Okay. Thanks everybody for being here today. If you haven't already, if you'll sign into the chat with your name and organization so we have a record of you being here. Lots of new faces today. If y'all don't know who I am Jillian Reese. I'm the director of Carter County Drug Prevention and the chair of Carter County Collaborative. So super excited to see new faces and have y'all here with us today. We're going to start our meeting off by asking folks to share events and activities that they have coming up. So anything that you've got going on, this is the time to share it. So if you've got an event, you've got openings in your program, you've got things coming up, any of that, feel free to share it. And y'all just pop in as you want to.
I'll go first. I have to hop off early, so I don't know how long this is, but I'll go ahead and go. So we have a Recover Out Loud, and this is all peer-led, just really exciting. So basically, it's going to be at Ralph Stout Park, and in November the 11th from 2 p.m. to
I think she might have lost audio, unless that's just me.
I can't hear her either, Gabby. I think she lost connection.
I think so too. If somebody else wants to go ahead and share, we'll come back to, oh wait, maybe she's back. Let's see. Kyla. I feel like we're maybe in the Blair Witch Project with Kyla, but we're doing great.
Okay, I'm back. I'm walking outside. I don't have service in here. It's terrible. Let me find somewhere. It's probably HIPAA compliant. Okay. Sorry.
So totally start over.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just pop a squat right here. Okay. This is great. Okay. So Recover Out Loud. It is in Mountain City at Ralph Stout Park, and it is from 2 to 6 p.m. So this is Veterans Day weekend, and everyone's welcome to come. It's really just a community event to decrease the stigma, but also I feel like we treat substance use on an individual level a lot, but what we're not great at is putting community events together, because we know studies show like belonging and community is really helpful for people that are in recovery. And so with this, we really want to just have a really fun family event for everyone to be welcomed and invited. And we just want to show that it's possible to have fun and be in recovery, right? So we're going to have music, inflatables, food, face painting. We're trying to mimic the day we had in Johnson City, the Overdose Awareness Day. So we are going to have a memorial and a walk. So we're going to have resources as well. So different tables are going to be there. I can send the flyer out. I know Julian has the flyer. So maybe can I put that in the chat maybe? We'll try.
Yep, that would be great.
Okay, so yeah, I will put it in the chat. So if you guys will spread the word, I think this is going to be a fun event. So, yep. And I see Dustin popped on. We have another event, a football event, which is actually Dustin's and Julian's, but I'll let him share a little bit about that. But I can also put the flyer for the football fundraiser in the chat as well. So.
Yeah, so Dustin, if you want to go ahead and share a little bit about what you've got going on, that'll be great.
Okay. I know, my idea was when I was in active addiction for a long time, my kids came second for Christmas, holidays, birthdays, anything, and to me and my addiction. And I wanted to, but this time last December, when I was sitting in treatment, getting a little clear-headed, I wanted to actually try to do something for my kids, and I couldn't because I was in treatment, and that was the last thing that I could do. I couldn't even help myself because I'm, in there, and I couldn't do anything for my kids. So I thought this year of maybe doing some sort of thing to be able to go into the treatment centers and help them be able to at least give something to their kids who've gotten neglected for so long, or at least, as long as they were willing and stuff, to try to, at least get their kids something. And so that's what we're doing as a fundraiser on the flag football is to raise money to get stuff to go into the treatments to give their kids. And I think that's a good idea. And I was really, so everything we raise on November 26th for the flag football fundraiser is going to go towards that. And we're taking donations and toys, gift cards, anything we can really to go in there and actually go into the men's and women's treatment facilities and, try to help them out during Christmas.
Also, I put the flyer for the flag football in the chat. Can you guys tell me if you guys can see that? And below, I have a PDF of the Recover Out Loud Day. So let me know if that is showing on y'all's end.
I can see it.
Awesome. Both of them?
I see it too.
Yeah, both of
Okay.
them.
Yay, great. Awesome.
So we would love, for flag football, we would love organizations to create some teams and come out and play. Something that we are looking to do in the future potentially is some recovery sports. Again, the power in community is so great. And so we want to make sure that all of our folks in the community, whether they are in recovery or not, have an opportunity to do fun things like this, be together. And so we would love for organizations to create teams. We're a little bit competitive, I will say. So I feel like bring your best staff because it's very serious. But we would love to have y'all create teams, come to the event, just have a fun day with us. And again, go.
Sorry, I was going to say also, we are very competitive, but we also like to laugh. If anyone wants to embarrass themselves, please come out because we know laughter is good for the soul. So
very true. And so again, every bit of money that we raise for flag football is going into Dustin's fundraiser for children of people who are in active addiction or working towards recovery. If y'all were here several months ago, I had Riley Clifton share about programs that he was doing. And y'all know that this is really a huge part of my heart is these guys who are not just taking their story and doing nothing with it, but using their story to give back to other people in the community. And so I really would love us as a group to support this program any way that we can, and be proud of these guys for not just sitting around and doing nothing, but giving back and getting out there and doing something. So thank y'all for sharing both of these programs. If you have any questions about either of these, you can reach out to any of the three of us. And get your teams together. It's going to be good times. Good times. Okay, any questions on any of that? All right, who else has got events or activities to share?
Hi, this is Chelsea from Appalachian Mountain Project Access. I'm on my Bluetooth headphones if you can't hear me. So we are the Health Insurance Marketplace Navigation. I'm the team lead for the Health Insurance Marketplace Navigation team, and open enrollment did start yesterday for Health Insurance Marketplace, but we are having a kickoff event next Thursday, the 9th, a week from today, from 2 to 5 at our office on West Oakland. I'm supposed to be getting a flyer for that from our social media person, but there is a video with all the details on our Facebook page.
Thanks, Chelsea. What else y'all got?
Hey, this is Caroline Cheneth from the Carter County Health Department. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Great. Thanks, Debbie. I just wanted to let everybody know that this is flea season. If you don't already have your flea shot, you need to get it. Got mine yesterday. I feel fine. Put it on my arm. That's my dominant arm so that I could lay on it and work it out. And it's not sore. It's just, it's really not sore at all. So get out there and get your shot so that you can play flag football and feel good and not be sick. And because you can't make touchdowns if y'all sick out there. So we have an event tomorrow or this afternoon. I'm so sorry, this afternoon at Hampton High School from 4 to 6. The flu shots are free. We're hoping that we can scoop up a lot of the kids, but we do need for the kids to have their parent or legal guardian with them. We just have to make sure that we've got that consent to be able to vaccinate the kids that are under 21 or under 18. And then we also can vaccinate everybody in the car. So if you've got, especially if you've got elderly parents, older parents, immunocompromised household members, just make sure and get them out there to get their flu shot and protect everybody else that's around them too. So that is tonight at Hampton High School. You stay in your car and drive through, very quick registration process. And that's 4 to 6. And then we also have another opportunity that is close in town. That is on Tuesday the 7th from 4 to 6 at Elizabethton High School. And again, you stay in your car and drive through, and we can vaccinate everybody in the household, everybody in the car, and just need to make sure that the ones under 18 have a parent or legal guardian with them to give consent. And I'll be glad to take any questions about that if anybody has any.
Thanks, Caroline. Anybody else have anything they want to share before we move into our speaker?
Sure, I'll go ahead. Hello everyone. My name is Kauser Elixir. I'm a third-year doctoral student, and I'm still collecting my data for my dissertation. This is my second time with Carter County. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop the link to the survey in the chat. If you could please take a minute to answer the survey. It's short, I promise. It's sweet, and then at the end, it will ask you to provide your email address, so you can enter a lottery to win a free radon test kit. I believe I had more responses from other counties than Carter County. So please do answer the survey. And again, at the end, it's gonna ask you for your zip code. So if you please do provide that, it's gonna help me do my analysis and then come back and present my findings by county. So it's really important for me to know where you are or what county you belong to present my my results that way. And then again, like I said, you can enter a lottery to win a free radon test kit. So thank you so much for taking time to answer the survey.
I'll go next. I'm John Knack with Creekside. We're in the middle of an expansion. We're expanding by 24 beds. In March of 2024, we'll have 96 beds for crisis stabilization. We've also rented 6,000 square feet across the street for outpatient day hospitalization and IOP. So if you all know anybody that wants to work in a psych hospital or in that area, I put my number and everything in the chat, but we're in a growing phase, and it's unfortunate that we have to grow, but the need is there, and we service Southwest Virginia and East Tennessee, so we get a lot of folks, and we're an independent facility. But I'll put my number and name in the chat again. Thank you.
Anybody else have anything? Okay, well, we will go ahead and move into our speaker portion of the meeting. We have Eileen Loads with us today. She is with Ready Go Senior Transport. And so she's going to share a little bit about that program with us and share ways that we can connect with them or ways we can support each other. So thank you for being here, and I'll turn it over to you.
Hi, I'm Aline Lotus, and this is my husband, Louis Lotus. I'm going to see if I can share my screen with you really quick. You guys, is that showing up like it's supposed to?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay. Okay, so we're brand new. Well, we're somewhat new. We've been doing a few of these things just to get the word out about who we are. Oh, sorry about that. I'm not sure how to go back, but anyway.
That's me. So my name's Louis. I'm married to this beautiful woman. I've lived in a number of states. And by the way, this is going to be an abbreviated version of this. So I'm a Christian. I was a previous professional fighter. I was in construction and a pawnbroker and an entrepreneur. I got these are some of my interests. That's basically the way I wind up golfing. I'm a hunter, study the Bible. I enjoy the occasional cigar, occasional being almost daily. And I do church security.
Okay, my name's Aline. I've lived in Illinois my whole life. We just moved here at the end of March. I used to be in the Air Force. Happily been a wife for almost 25 years. I'm a Nana, and I'm also a believer in Christ. I've always loved the elderly. I've worked with the shut-in ministries with churches that we've attended back in Illinois. Also, we're both pawnbrokers. That's the business that we had back in Illinois. You guys have plenty of pawn shops around here, so we didn't want to do something unnecessary. But working with the elderly is kind of where we got the idea for this business. These are just a few of my hobbies. I love dancing. So if anybody ever wants to go dancing, let me know because he won't. Yeah, I cook, play pickleball. We're learning to play pickleball. We've been hiking. This has been wonderful. So yeah, we've been married for almost 25 years, 5 children, 6 grandchildren, all under the age of 2.5. And yeah, so oh, sorry. So we have a son that's in a wheelchair. That's Dylan right there. I've worked very, very closely with a few elderly people from back in Illinois. One of them, my friend Jeanette, she's now in a nursing home, but she's the one on the top corner.
Can you all see, I've got an odd thing on our screen. Can you all see the full picture with Aline with the elderly?
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is showing the right way or.
It looks a little cut off to us.
Yeah, I don't know how to make it smaller or go back. There we go. Okay, well, I don't know I have no idea how to do this. This is my first time sharing my screen. So if anybody has any pointers. Anyway, we got into this business to help older people. With my experience with working with them, just on a volunteer basis. I've had a lot of experience with the process of getting them to doctor's appointments, how cut off they can be when they don't have any transportation. And also just in losing their autonomy because they're not able to go do the things that they were once able to do. They can't just pick up and go to the grocery store or go to a hair appointment. So that's kind of what spurred our thoughts about getting into this type of business.
So basically our our population, our elderly population is growing. You can read that there. Johnson City expects 26% population growth in the 65 and over population by 2030. There we have a wonderful VA here, and it's well known. I can tell you from being elsewhere, the Johnson City VA is well known amongst the military community. So you have retirees moving here. So the elderly population is gonna be with us, and it's gonna be growing. In the Tri-Cities area, over 110,000 of older adults and over 119,000 people with disabilities are considered to be at a transportation disadvantage. With the ruralness, if that's a word, that's a common issue that we're running into. Just in the few rides we've given, people can be hard to get to, and it's difficult for them to get to town. It means a loss of, like Colleen said, it means a loss of autonomy, missed medical appointments, social outings, inability to run errands, simple stuff. We took a lady the other day to her granddaughter's wedding, right? I mean, they couldn't get her to her wedding. So that's something we didn't even think about.
So what we're here for, what our company is for, is to offer a cheap alternative for a non-emergency ambulance ride. So I'm sure a lot of you have had this experience where there is NetTrans, and we're similar to that, except we're not government subsidized. But NetTrans has its own host of issues and we've gotten a lot of feedback about different things that they've encountered with that. But I can tell you from experience, the average ambulance ride is $1,300. So my friend back in Illinois, she had a few different ambulance rides where they did that because they hadn't called me. And even after her insurance paid for a portion of it, she still had to pay $400 out of pocket. So I know there's just some people have been sent home in ambulance because they don't have an alternative. So what we do is we can do wheelchair transport, bariatric patients. This is not limited to just older people. That was kind of what gave us the inspiration to start it, but that's not our only client anymore. We can take people for all kinds of appointments, doctor, surgical. I was able to go in and take a customer in for a colonoscopy and sign them out, which I know NetTrans is not allowed to do. We do door to door. So we make sure the customer gets to their destination safely. And I also had a customer just recently that said she had NetTrans. They came early. She said she needed 5 more minutes. And by the time she was out there, NetTrans had already took off and left. So she was left stranded and also missed her appointment that they were anticipating. So, yeah.
So our goals are basically to let you know that we're here, and tell your family, friends, coworkers, just get the word out that this service is available. We want to serve and provide for those in need in our community. One of the reasons we didn't come and start another pawn shop was, as Aline said, there's plenty of pawn shops here, and that we felt like this might be a need. We want to be the go-to for non-emergency patient transport in the Tri-Cities area. We want to provide this need that we believe is here.
Yeah. So right now it's just Louis and I. We have one wheelchair van, and then we also have another vehicle, small SUV, that we can use for ambulatory patients. But it'll always be us picking people up. So it's, at least right now, it'd be trusted, familiar faces. We do show up on time. We can call the night before to confirm.
Flexible.
Yeah, right now, because we're not super busy, we've also been like, if we can take a patient from Elizabeth into Kingsport. If it's out of the way, we don't have any other rides, then we'll just kind of hang out in the area. So far our customers haven't had to wait at all. We're just kind of right there waiting to pick them up. Yeah, we're trying to fill in all the gaps that NetTrans is. I don't want to. They're a wonderful service, but all the areas that they're not able to fill or that they're kind of lacking in, that's where we're trying to fill in. We can also, I know a lot of, I don't know if there's any nursing care places or independent senior living that are on this meeting, but I know a lot of you guys have your own transportation, but I also know sometimes those things break down or your driver is somewhere else. So we can always supplement for when you're not able to take your patient somewhere.
So, as I said before, kind of done. Our goal is to serve by making patient transport easier, more reliable, more flexible, more pleasant experience for patients and providers alike by providing a much needed service in our community. We want to appreciate you having us. We just thank you guys for listening. We also want to stress that this is a new thing, and we don't know exactly maybe what's needed. Maybe we're missing something. Maybe I just any feedback we can get. There were I saw it listed there. We're thinking about chaperone services and things like that. So we're open to any ideas.
And I also want to say, just for some of the questions that we've gotten in the past, right now, if we are available to do the ride, then we will do the ride. So I had a call yesterday at 9 in the morning, and I took her to an appointment that she had at 1:30. So not obviously more notice is better for us, but right now we have the time and the ability. So we don't have we'll work on the weekends, we'll work in the evening. I had a customer who had to be somewhere at 7 in the morning. So I went and picked her up at 6:30. That was no problem. So we're kind of whatever is needed and whatever we're able to do is where we're at right now. So that is the end of our presentation. This is our email and our phone number. People can they can get on our website at www.readygoseniors.com, and there's a sheet there where you can fill it out to get a quote, or you can just call and I can get the information that way. The other big question we usually get is the pricing. So that is right here.
Right now, we're not doing mileage. So it's just $20 per ambulatory pickup and $30 per wheelchair. So that's it. We're happy to entertain any questions if anyone's got any. We appreciate it.
Thank you all so much. I believe there's quite a few questions in the chat.
We weren't looking at that.
Let's see. Okay, desperately need rides.
We do rides for veterans. I'll post our contact information here in the chat. And yeah, I do this is for veterans, seniors, kids. If need be, we can take attendance with us. So if you have an elderly person and then they have a caretaker with them, we just charge $5 extra for that caretaker. So
flyer.
Yeah, I can post our flyer in the in here as well. Maybe I don't know how to get out of this. How do I respond to everyone? Oh, never mind. Okay.
We're figuring it out. So we're going to post our flyer in the chat.
Thanks you all so much for sharing. If everybody can see the chat, they've shared their flyer and info all there. So thank y'all so much for sharing and for everything that you're doing.
Pleasure.
There's also another question as far as where we pick up right now. If I can get there, if we can get there, we're going to do it. I had somebody ask me if I'd take them to Akron, Ohio, and the answer was yes. So the answer to that is we are super flexible. If you have a relative in town, something happened, which is exactly this situation. If we can do it, we're going to do it. And so we already have a scheduled. You get on the bus and ride with everybody else, and they'll pick you up when they pick you up, which is a wonderful service. That's NetTrans. That's great. We are that, but we're trying to be a little more. We're trying to be more flexible. We're trying to do the things that NetTrans can't and won't do. I have to leave.
All right. Thank y'all so much. So we will go ahead now and move into our breakout rooms. If I can have each of my, what are y'all, leaders? I don't know, of the committees, the committee chairs. There it is. Share just a little bit about what each breakout room will be working on today. That will be awesome. I'm actually going to fill in for Tia Hughes today in the substance abuse committee. So we will be talking about the fundraiser and event that Dustin and Kyla talked about, and also Thanksgiving and Christmas for Recovery Resources and Bridge to Shore Women, and then anything else y'all have going on. So that's what we'll be doing in Committee A. Gabby, you want to share about Committee B and what y'all will be working on?
Sure. So Committee B, that is the Carter County-wide Wellness, Inclusion, Diversity, and Equity. Basically, it's the catch-all committee for anything that's not substance misuse related or data collection related. Last time we met, we kind of narrowed down from the community health assessment, a couple of things that people in Carter County were concerned about, made that into a list, narrowed it down into 3 different focuses. And now we're working, I guess, on strategic planning. We have our strategic plan document I've formatted to add us in so we can make some plans towards those 3 focuses. So yeah.
I'm Emily. I'm with the Assessment and Data Committee. We are just finalizing our strategic plan as well. I think we've got everything in there, and we're just going to look at a couple of action items of what we need to do next with our strategic plan. So before everyone breaks out, this strategic plan is the 2024 strategic plan. Do we think next month we'll be able to send it out and maybe vote on it next month, or do we need to send it out by December and vote on it in January? Just like, so we need to send it out for the whole committee to review, and then we need to have that date in a meeting where everyone's had some time to review it and we all take a vote just to approve it for the year.
As far as my committee goes, I think just to be safe, because we would be starting from scratch today, to have this meeting and maybe next month, and then have everyone vote at our first meeting in January. But if we get through all of it today and we can have it ready to go by next month, can I let you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's good, Julian, if you're good with that too, but we can just hopefully plan to send it out in December after our December meeting, and then that way we can just take a quick vote in January. All right.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and open up the breakout rooms. Y'all are welcome to join whichever one sounds interesting to you. And when your breakout rooms are finished meeting, you are free to go. And I'll see y'all next month. Thanks for being here.